Hey everybody, Tom Willard here, August 9th, Monday, doing my video blog update. Going to show you what the market did today, show you my, or talk to you about my bias from a swing perspective, and then of course point out to you how in a really dismal day where we had no volume in the market, equities traders like myself could have pulled out great money today. This would have been a very, very profitable day. I was twittering this morning. I tweeted 3 different stocks minutes before they hit patterns, and I'll show you those quickly today. Market gap down on Friday, very bearish gap down. Did a bottoming tail, closed very strongly near the highs of the day. This is a very bullish candle formation. What this shows is that, hey, people, when this thing could have fell apart, people stepped up and bought here. So today I was neutral on the gap up. If anything, a little bit bearish because we were gapping up right to resistance. I felt like we'd go in a tight range, and sure enough, we did. I mentioned pre-market that there was a list of stocks to watch long and short, but I really wasn't too excited either way. We just needed to see what happened with the market. Well, as you can see here on the 5, the market really did nothing, right? It gapped up, came down, filled the small gap, then went up, made a lower high, then a higher low, then a lower low, and then a higher high, and then a couple of lower lows, and then another higher. I mean, it was just sideways. Okay, I don't need to go through this with you. So there really was a very low odds environment from a QQQQ trading perspective. If you look back at the daily, look at the volume here today. Absolutely just dismal. So let me point out to you guys a few trades that I called here and took today in the market to show you that it doesn't matter what the market's doing. If you're an equities trader like me, you can make some serious dinero in a market like this if you know what you're looking for. So let's take a look at Visa. This was my big one. All right, we're going to go back here. I mentioned it right here, right when this red bar was formed. I said, guys, watch Visa. And this thing, it was beautiful. It was, first off, the gap up here was beautiful. It was right to a resistance point, but it was working its way through that. And you'll see here on the 5, it had a nice sharp pullback, held the low, right, going back to the 2, held these lows, came up, faked down, sucking in people that were novices that were trying to short this thing, and then your entry was right here, right above the whole number, $73 a share with about a 10-cent stop if you just gave it a little room. And this thing ripped. Right, ripped up here. Sold a third of it. Tried to ride it up higher, and ended up bailing it right here. But overall, made about 50 cents on my back piece of this thing. Overall, like 40 cents on this thing. And again, just do the math. 1,000 shares, that's $400. Okay, so it just depends on your risk and tolerance. And of course, with a nickel to dime stop on 1,000 shares, that's not very much risk, right? You're getting quite a good return here, 10 times your risk with a 5-cent stop. Okay, so that was one I called. This one was another massive one. I had mentioned it multiple times. I said, guys, watch this dish short, because these spikes in volume, it could not go higher. And the market was going higher at this time. So relative weakness, it was moseying along here. This thing gave the tightest entry. I'm right under the hole now, right under 19 with a 3-cent stop, guys. 3-cent stop. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. And this thing moved 50 cents. I mean, basically, 40 plus cents. On a trail stop, you're looking at about 30. That's 10 times your risk. It's ridiculous how good this process that I use works. Okay, so that's the second one. And the third one I mentioned that didn't work as well, but it did turn out some money, was this McDonald's. And I want to point it out to you, is right here. It was actually on a 1-minute chart, and you see this thing went up. And actually, no, it wasn't there. It was actually, let me go to the 1-minute chart. 1-minute chart. Hold on. There she was. She was right here, right above the whole number, right over 73. And she popped up, and I was out here about 73.10. So I only pulled about a dime out of this thing. It didn't go as far, and you can see it went sideways, but that was the entry right there over the whole number at 73. Okay, so those were the 3 plays. Didn't matter if the market was really low volume today. You could still make quite a bit of money if you know what you're looking for. Anyway, have a great week. Trade well, trade safe, and I will talk to you on Thursday on my psych blog on the Blogspot site. Have a great week, guys. Thanks.